everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel and to another video, and Happy New Year, I guess. I know I'm a little bit late into the game uploading for New Year's content, but it's the thought that counts, right? I hope your New Year has been okay and it's been treating you well so far. I guess today's video is going to be about the New Year and how my mindset has changed a little bit about this year as opposed to last year and what helped that happen, which actually is going to sound really cheesy. It is two movies actually, and yes, they are Disney movies that came out recently, but I don't know, I just feel like it really helped me changing my mindset to being really negative and really downbeat about the last year and everything that's been going on. And yes, I know that the pandemic is still going on in 2021, but you know, it's a new year, it's fresh outlook on life and everything that's going on right now. And yes, things are basically the same and have been trickling in from what's happening last year to this year a little bit as well, but hopefully changes are going to come soon and things are going to start getting a lot better and brighter in the world. And yeah, I hope that will happen. So I'm having a lot more positive outlook on things currently, and I will tell you why. So around the Christmas period and just into the new year as well, I watched a couple of movies on Disney Plus. The first one was Godmothered and the second one was Soul. I watched that I think maybe on the 2nd of January, so not too long ago. And I just feel like I want to talk about what they made me feel like, because I'm sure it made some of you guys feel the same thing as well, because they have some really great messages in them. The first one being from Godmother, which is forget ever after, just live happily, which I think is just, when I heard that I was just sort of sat there like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. I feel like throughout life we're so focused on and have kind of like a tunnel vision about what our lives should be like and what our futures are supposed to be like, and it's very set in stone about what we're supposed to do. You know, you're supposed to go to school and then you're supposed to go to college or university, graduate, you're supposed to find your dream job within like a very small amount of time when you're very young into your 20s, and you're supposed to settle down and get married and have a dog or a cat or a child, and then you're supposed to have a forever home and, you know, live and then retire. And it's just very like milestone orientated, and I just feel like that's such a difficult thing to live with, because it's like, what if I don't meet these benchmarks? What if I don't do the thing that my peer is doing from school? Like, I compare myself all the time to people that I grew up with or that I went to school with who are doing so many amazing things with their careers, or they've had children, or they're engaged, or they've got married, and I'm just sat here thinking, why am I not like that? Why is my life not like that? And I think it's such a hard mindset to get yourself out of, because it is so negative and it is a lot of pressure to be put under at such a young age. Like, at the age of 18 you're expected to know what degree you want to go into, in the UK at least, and what you want to study, and then what you want to do with the rest of your life after 3 years of doing that degree. And it's just so difficult. I know when I left university I was feeling so lost and put under so much pressure by so many people, because I was constantly being asked, hey, what do you want to do with your life now that you've graduated university? And I just kept thinking, I don't know. And that's when I escaped to work for Disney Cruise Line at the age of 22, because I didn't want to deal with real life and the responsibilities that came along with that. I wasn't ready to be an adult yet, and I just feel like that's so ingrained in you from such a young age that that's what the norm and that's what society wants you to do. But the movie that I watched that said forget ever after, just live happily, really reminded me that I don't have to have my whole life figured out right now. I don't have to know exactly where I want to be in 5 years time, and I don't exactly have to put all of this pressure on myself to achieve all of these goalposts. When I was in my early teens even, I kept thinking to myself, okay, so once I graduate uni I'll have a job, and then by the time I'm 25 I'll have met my future husband and I'll have married them, and then before I'm 30 I'll have had kids, and then that'll be the rest of my life then. And I just I laugh at that now, because I'm 24, I'm 25 in March, which is in 2 months time. I'm single currently, and I just laugh at what I wanted my life to be at the age of, what, 13, 14, and expecting that to just happen, and all of that to be the right path for me in my life, which is funny because that's never what my parents have wanted me to be like in life, but that's just what you expect because it's what other people around you are doing, it's what you see in the media and on movies and television. It's just so difficult to know all of that at such a young age, and I'm still learning things now at the age of 24, and it's like I should just not put that pressure on myself, and just, yeah, live happily and not be so tunnel vision about what I need out of life, when I can just take in every moment like Soul invites you to do. In that movie, the main character is so focused on achieving this main thing that he's set himself up to do for his life, which is playing with a musician, and it's something that he feels like is his life's purpose, and then when he finally achieves that, it's like, oh, well, I don't feel any different, so that can't have been what my purpose is. And I think in society and in life we're so focused on finding that purpose in life and figuring out exactly what it is we're supposed to be doing so early on. It's just hard, and it gets you down for a while. I know I'm guilty of that too, where I'm thinking, well, without my Disney Cruise Line job, what am I? Should I have continued into education? Should I have been doing something with my degree by now? Because I haven't really been using my degree since I left it almost 4 years ago now, in 2017, and it's like, well, did I waste all of that time? Did I just succumb to pressure that people were putting on me to go to university? Should I kind of sat down and figured out what it is that interests me and what I would want to do with my life? I know I've always wanted to work with Disney, but now I don't have that. Who am I? And I feel like that's such a negative mindset to get yourself into, of constantly being like, who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? Why is things not turning out like I want them to? And rather than focusing on the what, why, when and hows, you should be focusing on the now and taking in those little pleasures that life gives you, like the movie in Soul reminds you to do with 22. She doesn't want to have this main purpose which everybody else who's a young soul is supposed to go down to earth and become a human. She doesn't want that. She just wants to experience all of these little pleasures that she gets to experience throughout life. And when she ends up on Earth with the main character, who I forget the name of right now, she starts to realise that it's not so bad, and that once you start taking a step back and just breathing and just looking around you and just experiencing all of the beauty that life has, rather than rushing through it and constantly trying to aim for that main goal in life, you miss out on so much when you do that. And I feel like the movie, this is gonna sound so cliche, it hit me in such a way that I had to sit for about 10 minutes after I watched the movie, and I just felt, I don't know, like this calmness just sort of washed over me, and I just kind of felt like, okay, I really needed to hear this right now, especially after the year that we had last year. It was so difficult to get anything done or achieve anything, and I mean, I'm not complaining, because there's people that had so many things that were a lot worse and were in a lot more difficult situations and had so much more loss than I did in my year, that I just kind of feel like I shouldn't be complaining about it. But, you know, it's okay to feel like that, and it's okay to sort of leave that in the past, and I just kind of wanted to not carry that with me into the future. Yes, like I said, there's still things going on that have happened from 2020 that are still happening in 2021, and they haven't disappeared, and they're not going to go away overnight. It wasn't like 2021 was going to hit on the 1st of January after midnight and everything was going to suddenly disappear and change. That's gonna eventually happen this year, I hope, with different things that are happening to try and stop the spread of the virus and to help find a cure for it. But I feel like I didn't want to come into this new year with this negative mindset, and yeah, Soul and Godmothered with those sentiments really helped me realise that I can be a lot more hopeful, and I can appreciate things a lot more and appreciate friendships and the outside and just little hobbies and finding little things I love doing throughout the day, and to just live rather than rushing around and just trying to make all of these benchmarks and all of these goals. And I know I'm guilty of doing that. I'm sure you guys are too, and I'm probably not the only one that has been living like that. But I feel like if people just sort of stopped and took a breath for a second and then carried on, things wouldn't get so difficult sometimes, you know? Just appreciate life as it is. Yes, it's going to be down parts. Yes, it's going to be high parts. It's constantly going to be in a wave. But yeah, just forget ever after. Just live happily and just don't be so focused on becoming something incredible, and just be and just live. And I think that those are great sentiments to live by, and I hope you don't mind this little more reflective kind of video. I just felt like I needed to get my thoughts out there because yeah, I had such a negative outlook last year, but I feel like this year I'm a lot more hopeful of things that are hopefully going to change within the world and within my own personal life. And yeah, I just wanted to get those out there with you, and I'm sure you guys are also feeling it too. You guys to know that you're not alone in feeling those things, and you know, those feelings are more than valid. And yeah, that's all today's video is about really, is just reflecting on the last year and my thoughts and feelings and emotions towards this year that we're currently in right now. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I guess all I have to say other than that is thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in another video, I guess, next time. Goodbye!